What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. Welcome to our first hobby news of 2025 for the Digimon TCG. We got a brand new hobby news for you. We got a brand new thumbnail for our 2025 hobby news videos. Thank you to Jesse Bessie for always making these great thumbnails for the channel. Hope you guys enjoy and appreciate them. We try to make them look good. So you'll be interested in the videos, and always leave a like and a comment down below what you think about our thumbnails and stuff like that. We're going to be talking about the Digimon TCG. We're going to be talking about, again, the product schedule for 2025, more specifically the tournament schedule. And I wanted to kind of do a quick little hobby news here just to talk about it, because it was something that's kind of came up during that whole commemoration, the global unification video, and something that I saw, and I thought I saw something on the Facebook page, but I actually found where it actually is, so we're going to talk about it. Sorry about the lateness of this video in the day. I was up with my youth group doing D&D until 5 in the morning, so I'm a little bit tired, and just, you know, we've been murder hoboing all night long, so that takes a lot of energy out of a guy. But hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, let's get into it here. We talked about this a little while ago, but I want to do a really refresher on it. The 2025 product schedule. After we get 2.5 in February, that's the end of the the simultaneous transition update release. And then we will be caught up with Japan. And then in April, we will get BT21 alongside the new starter decks, ST20 and 21. These are the only starter decks we're getting this entire year, because there's no, at least right now, there's no slate for starter decks. Unless they're going to put more stuff in this, cram it into this year, there is no slate for that right then. And then, so we have BT21 dropping in April. We get and then pretty much 2 months between every third month, you get, 3 months later, you get BT22. 3 months later, you get BT23. 3 months later, you get BT24 in January, and then it could continue on. So you're getting 4 sets a year, basically. If you don't count 2.5, because we're basically going like we weren't with the Japanese, basically get 4 sets a year. We're seeing that as part of the next year, but like if you go back and count, basically we would have got like probably BT20. Japan would have got BT20 in like January, February. So, that's kind of the 4 sets of that year, but we're kind of pushing it into 2026 just to kind of get a roadmap of 2026. Then you have your EX sets. I think there's too much EX sets. I think 2 per year is fine. I think I'm hoping next year, we got this big gap here. You got 2 months in between an EX set here, and then you got 4 months. So I'm hoping maybe there's a bigger gap if we get one in February, because we've never really got an EX set in February before. So I could see a 4-month gap. You got March, April, May, June. And you could have June again, and then you could potentially have it get pushed to November or October, and in which case you would see the next EX set until January. So then that would only be 2 per year. I'm really hoping, because honestly, I do not have the patience for more EX sets, especially with the way they're doing things now. So I'm hoping that that's kind of the overall theme of the game. But so that's our overall view of the game. But one thing we want to talk about is tournaments online, regionals, ultimate cups, what's happening with that. I looked around on the site. I didn't find it, but then I was like, I knew I see something. So I went to the old commemoration video, and right here we have a good snapshot of the plan for the championship roadmap 2025-2026. So we see here North America's up there at the top. You got Asia, China, Japan. Of course, you can't read that, but so it's, I don't know exactly what this reads, but, similar with some differences here. So it says Regionals Wave 1. Regionals Wave 2, you're going to have some kind of finals in August, and you're going to have national finals in January, February, with grand finals in March like usual. So I'm surprised we haven't seen anything on this yet. Usually they want us signing up like 3 months in advance, and we're in January. But I guess, April is a little bit farther away. So probably within the next couple of weeks, we'll actually start seeing some details and probably start seeing signups for March at the end of, April, at the end of January. We do have the 2 Ultimate Cups in February as well to finish off that cycle. But yeah, we have our regionals Wave 1 and Wave 2. Regionals Wave 1 and Wave 2. It's funny here, you get a 3-month Wave 2, but you get a 4-month Wave 1. So, and then the finals are probably going to be Gen Con, because that's generally, what happens in August. So we got a shorter period in Cycle 2, so hopefully they usually do have more events in September and October generally than they do, like some months really didn't have a lot of events. In the first part of the, like July, I think had 1 event. June had one. June had 1 Ultimate Cup. I mean, for online, and that's not true. They had plenty of offline events to kind of sprinkle in there. But if I'm talking about online, these months had 1. This month had like 3. This one had like 2. So it just depends. Like with September, we saw 1 event. I was only 1 event in September, but we had 3 events in October. 1 in November, and then we had 2 in December. So it's kind of weird that they're not doing December. But I'm wondering here, this just says Regionals Wave. So are we getting Ultimate Cups, or is Ultimate Cups a thing of the past? Is Ultimate Cups just not profitable enough? Are we going to have kind of Ultimate Cup prizing in the Regionals? Are we going to have those special foil cards, or is that it for the Ultimate Cup lineup, and we're just going to be doing Regionals? So that's something to watch out for too. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Is this going to open up the way for more regionals? So we're going to have more online regionals. And how good's the prizing going to be? That's going to be something that we're really interested in seeing. And I hope we get some hint at what they're doing by the end of January. But tell me if you guys have any ideas. Like, maybe are you thinking Ultimate Cups are done? Or are we going to see some more of them? It's definitely interesting to see. I don't see anything, there's kind of thing events here, so I can't really tell what they're, because unfortunately I don't know Japanese, so I'm not sure exactly what the difference between ours is. Europe's the same way, so I'm not seeing any hint at any Ultimate Cups. Just regionals, and how good's the prizing going to be. Now, generally, regionals prizing, I was very harsh about regionals prizing to begin with, because originally you used to only get 1 event pack, and then you got the participation pack, which was decent, but they lose value very fast, and then you got an extra event pack for top 128, top 64, with then getting the finalist pack and the sleeves at top 32, and then further up, and I've never got past top 32, so I really haven't paid attention to upper limit prizing. And then they went to 3 event packs for base, which was a lot nicer. It made regionals way more, you get the top 16 invite for regionals. So that was one reason that regionals was always way more competitive, way more people signed up. They were usually full within the day of, dropping the tickets. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see about that. If they're going to continue the same kind of trends there. I'm thinking, like, obviously top 16, I think it'll still be a Nationals invite. I'm interested to see if the finals are like a Nationals finals. Like if you win the August finals, do you get an invite to the grand finals, or do you get, like, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what these finals are about and how the prizing differs. It'd be interesting to see if they still do those 3v3 events at things like the finals or the Nationals or the in-person regionals. That's going to be interesting to see. And if they're going to change the prizing, because I thought they were honestly going to change the prizing for the 3v3s already, but that didn't happen yet. So a lot of things to consider as we go through this month, and like I said, like with the Ultimate Cups, we had the usually the super foiled cards of a certain line. We just got the Greymon stuff, so Koromon was the participation. If you got top 128, you got an Agumon Ultimate Cup stamp. You got the Geo Gray for top 64, and then top 32, you got Rise Gray, and then top 8. There was no top 16 prizing for Ultimate Cup. That was always something that really kind of annoyed me. But for top 8, you got a a Shine Greymon. So all these were super foiled out stamped cards, and they were generally really sought after. But you didn't get anything for top 16, no invite. So Ultimate Cups were always less popular. Plus, you got 2 event packs with your participation foil card. So you didn't get as much out. You know, originally when you only got 1 event pack, it was kind of like, oh sweet, you get 2 from an Ultimate Cup plus this card. But you also got the participation card set from the regionals, which usually ended up being 6 or 7 cards. So you were kind of like, you know, which one's better? Generally, regionals was better. I think it held better value, unless you could get that higher prize cards from an Ultimate Cup. Like if you hit top 128, 64, 32, you're getting a lot more value out of that set. So I mean, there's definitely different things to think about. It would be nice to get those really cool foil cards, but at the same time, like it was nice getting like more event packs. So hopefully there's going to be a good balance between the two, you know, and hopefully we're getting good amount of event pack cards if they still do event pack cards, and hopefully they're, you know, a little bit better than they have been. Event packs, I think Event Pack 6 and Event Pack 7 was a bit of a disappointment, especially when they reprinted a lot of Event Pack 7 cards as limited set cards with better textured foils. That is a big rip to people who've been playing tournaments all years, or especially since September. I don't want to see those cards now, because now I got the nicer versions, and they're going to lose value faster. So I can't even sell them for a decent amount because everyone wants the textured ones. So really, Bandai, that was unfortunately, I think, a big L for the players. And I think a lot of players are really upset about that, because it just made it not worth it going to tournaments. So we'll have to see what they do to combat that in 2025. I really hope we get some news about this. We'll keep following it, and we'll keep letting you know. Stay tuned. We got more hobby news on the way. We're going to have stuff going up Monday talking about what happened with Nationals and all the cool things that are happening at Nationals. And I hope to have that video up for you guys soon. But we're going to have more How to Build EX8 is coming out on January 10th. We got 1 more week. Unfortunately, my store is not able to buy product right now, so I'm having to look elsewhere. So hopefully we can have I'm very optimistic that we can have EX8 for you guys at launch, if not soon after. I got some local people at the next town over who are doing a great job trying to get me set up and get me covered, and I'm really happy about that, because, you know, I can order out from Ontario, but then I'm waiting a week to 2 weeks till I get the product, even if I have it on an air shipment sometimes. So it's basically trying to get it here so you guys can see that as close to launch as possible, and that's what I always try to do. But hey, looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.